Hey guys, today I want to talk about lens domination and what that means for the future of that camera brand. For multiple years, maybe even decades, Canon pretty much owned everybody in the full frame market with their EF lens mount. They had their L line, which is their top tiered glass. They had like silver lenses, red lenses, and then like the plastic fantastic stuff. And then on top of that, you had all of these other manufacturers, Tamron, Sigma, you name it. If it was made, you knew you could find it for the EF mount. Um, there were companies that were making adapters for other cameras for that EF mount. Some of that had to do with how many years it was around. Well, I want to talk about mirrorless cameras today and what that looks like. Looking at the E mount, the Sony E Mount, it is the EF of the yesteryears as far as mirrorless cameras go. And I wanted to talk about like what does that mean? And I'll share what that means for me. So going back, what is it, about 4 or 5 years when Sony announced they were going to take that E mount, which is really an APS-C size sensor. They said, you know what? There's just enough room where we can squeeze a full size sensor in there, and then they did it, and history has uh, moved forward. But with that, there was a lot of criticism about there's no lenses, and Sony did a good job about coming out with their own set of lenses, their own line of lenses, and then their own professional line and the G Master lenses, where they're on par with the top tiered Nikons and the top tier Canon lenses. But for many, many, many years, people were taking the Sony cameras, even their ambassadors would take the Canon lenses because they didn't have a 1.2. And actually, still don't think they have a 1.2. But even the 1.4 glass, they were adapting it. Sony had great autofocus, but they didn't have many lenses, so they were taking adapters to adapt the EF glass and shoot a Sony body. The focus was good enough, and everything else worked good enough. Now, fast forward to 2021, it's flipped. Sony has secondary or third party manufacturers like Tamron, Sigma, coming out with killer affordable lenses, because that's key, the affordable piece. When the RF mount was launched, and their RF cameras look awesome, they do. I mean, the R6 was one that I come close to buying, but what held me back was the lenses. Now, Canon with their, professional bodies, the RF bodies, they did come out with fantastic, blow your socks off lenses. L glass for most purposes. I don't think they have a wide angle 2.8, and they're still trying to fill in some gaps in their line, but for the most part, it's better glass than they've ever made. It's fantastic. They have the 2470s, the 70 to 200s. They do have a wide, but it's an f4. And as you can see on the left side here, I'll go through some of them. And not only is the glass spectacular as far as optically, they've engineered it and such, like the 70 to 200, like the 70 to 200. It's smaller than it has been for years. And the price isn't so crazy. Yes, it's crazy price. But if you compare it to like the G Master Sony, the Sony branded lenses, they're a couple $100 more, but in my opinion, they're superior, and they're worth that extra $200 more. But for the common person, the guy that isn't, making a ton of money off his or her photography, there's not really many options. There's a couple little non-L glass lenses that Canon came out with, like you see right here, this 35 millimeter. That's $500, and this STM lens. Now, in the old EF world, that lens would be probably a couple $100, and there's not many other options. Look there's a 16 millimeter 2.8. That one is a little bit more affordable at $300. 50 millimeter, that's the new plastic, fantastic, $200. And again, the EF was like $129. That's like 30% cheaper. And yes, some of these people that are shooting Canon are just adapting lenses. They have either a collection of old EF, beautiful EF glass, and the adapters work flawlessly. But someone like me that has thought of purchasing a new RF camera, I'm not going to go buy EF glasses and adapt them. I'm past that point. I want native mounts, and I think a lot of people do as well. And Sony, if I'm looking to get into a full frame camera system, and I'm looking at who has what to offer, I'm looking at the specs, I'm looking at the camera bodies, I'm looking at how the IBIS is working. The R6 for me edges past Sony. Not crazy past it, but it edges past Sony. But then I take a look at the lenses and I say, okay, what would I buy? Okay, yeah, there's 3,000, there's 2,000, there's $3,000. So I'm $10,000, $20,000 deep in a full system. Whereas Sony, if I want to get a 2470 or a 7200, a couple, normal lenses and a couple primes, I can pick up a Sigma, a Tamron for like $800-$900 a piece. Whereas the equivalent manufacturer OEM, I mean, again, like for like, it's similar to what Sony has in the G Masters, but there is no such thing right now anyway for Canon. So, in order to get two or three lenses, you're talking, $8,000-$10,000 to get two or three comparable lenses in the Sony line. Be it third party, you're looking at $2,000 or $3,000. Huge difference. So I'd love to hear what you guys think about this. Where is this for the future of, who's going to reign king of the mirrorless full frame? Right now, it's a pretty good battle between Sony and Canon, and I think they'll both do well. And I'm sure Tamron and Sigma, given the history, they will come out with lenses. But will Canon lose some of their shooters, either potential new shooters going into the full frame market, or some of their existing that, hey, I have EF glass and I could sell this. I'm not going to rebuy the EF glass. Maybe I'll switch over to Sony. So I just wanted to do this video to get you guys' perspective. I really think Sony is the EF of the new mirrorless full frame. And I don't know how long it'll take for Canon and the others to catch up. I mean, Sony, it took 5 years. Canon probably will take them, and it's outside of their control. I mean, yes, they will come out with some lenses, but they can only make so many lenses a given year, right? They're trying to firm up, shore up some of their professional lines, but the EF, it's got like layers and layers and layers of awesome lenses for a reasonable price. A couple $200 to $300-$400. You can get awesome lenses, portrait lenses, wide angle lenses, you name it. It's just a plethora of options out there. Not so much for the RF line. So again, just kind of talking lenses today and what this means for this full frame mirrorless race. I think obviously Sony's got the hedge, but will Canon catch up, and will that be the deciding factor of who takes the lead in camera sales? So I'd love to hear what you guys think. Please leave your comments below, and thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.